Hey YouTube, Al Ranger here today. I thought I would go over some of the things that I keep in my fire kit. Just a real quick video today. One of the things that you can actually make once you get out into the field is a bow drill. It consists of a spindle, rounded on one end, kind of pointed on the other end, a bow that you can actually make out of a limber piece of green stick and a bootlace, a rock with an indention in one side, and that is for the spindle to fit in, and a fireboard. The next way that we have of lighting a fire, this actually could be used two different ways. This is a flint steel, but they make one that's a magnesium block and flint steel combo. And with the flint steel, all you do is the back side of your knife, you scrape it, cause a spark. The magnesium block, you make some shavings off the block, pile them into a pile, and then you scrape the flint steel on the other side to start the fire. With these things here, what you need is, in this bag I have just some dryer lint, and all of these things are to catch a spark. Some tissue. I've got cotton balls impregnated with Vaseline. Also, I have some jute twine in here that's been impregnated with some beeswax, or you could use Vaseline on the jute twine too. But all of these things are used to catch a spark, to start the fire with. And before you even start the fire, you really need to have some toothpick size kindling, some pencil size sticks, some thumb size sticks, and then bigger for when your fire gets going good, you can keep feeding it with things, so you don't have to leave a fire that's just got started to get your materials. Go ahead and be prepared ahead of time. Alright, a few more things I have is magnifying glass, a good storm-proof lighter, Bic. This is good, I mean, unless you get it wet. This is just another style Bic cricket lighter. Just regular paper matches, waterproof matches, and then I've made some of my own just by dipping them in melted wax. This is called a forever match. You just pull the little thing out of here, and it's got a striker on the end of it. There's a flint on the side of this that you just drag the striker down, and when you pull this out, you can put fluid into the canister, lighter fluid or gas or anything that's flammable in here. When you pull it out, strike it, it lights the very tip of the match. Alright, we have one of the easier ways of starting a fire, a 9-volt battery, and some steel wool. And by the way, never keep these two together in the same bag. Always put them in separate ones. This here, it goes into my radio, so it's always separate anyway. But all you do is you take a piece of steel wool, stick it across the two prongs in a 9-volt battery, it causes a spark. These are just some other things that you can use lighting a fire with that'll help you. Antibacterial hand sanitizer. It's got a lot of alcohol in it, lights good. Just a regular house candle. If you're in a windy situation or wet situation, this will help get your tinder going. Chapstick is always good. You can put this on a little bit of the paper. It'll keep it going longer. Always petroleum jelly. Just impregnate anything with it. Piece of cloth, tissue, cotton ball, lint, and a piece of rubber inner tube. People call these Ranger bands. Lights good, holds a spark good, stays a little long time, smokes bad, doesn't smell good, but it will help you start a fire. And this is just one of my homemade blocks. All it is wood chips, wax. You melt it together in an ice tray, let it solid up, and burns for probably 12-15 minutes. Easy to get a fire going, one of these. And regular birthday candles. Help you in wet situations too. Alright, I think that's about covered what all I have. There are different ways of starting fires, but you kind of get the gist. And the best thing to do with all of these is practice. Bow drill, magnifying glass, different forms of lighting fires, a fire striker, magnesium block. You really need to practice with it because it's hard to do it under the best circumstances. It's even harder to do it when you have to and you're in a wilderness situation trying to survive. I appreciate it. Ranger 0215 out.